I'm recording right now. So yeah, introduce yourself, bro. What's your name, man?
Yo, my name is Durag Sam. Uh, hold on, one more time. Fuck. All right. So just, all
Nah, I ain't restarting this, bro. It's gonna go up how it's gonna go up, man.
right, fuck it, we good. All right, yo, it's your boy Durag Sam in the building. Here with Jordani, about to do this podcast.
AKA Gil, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to call me, you guys know the channel.
Yeah, about tell y'all our film theory about Joker and or how we feel about it and stuff like that. And we got a topic on relationships.
Yeah, we're gonna get really into that. Again, nothing said in this podcast is personal. Like, everybody that I've ever been with, I still love all y'all, regardless of how we ended. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Niggas just we just going to speak our minds and whatever. All right.
Yeah,
So
we
yeah,
just
let's
gonna
get.
talk perspectives and our opinions about it.
Yeah, it's nothing's personal, man. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
nothing's personal. But again, all right. So let's get started. First things first is Joker, bro. Like I said, like that movie was fire, right? Like that movie was fucking heat,
Facts,
bro.
facts, bitch. Man, I had some people telling me that they didn't like it, this and that,
Yeah,
or it was whack. Like you tripping, like,
yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I seen people on Twitter talking about, yo, it was or I ain't fuck with it. But nah, that wasn't the majority. Don't get me wrong, but that was just some people like, yo, that wasn't really fucking with it. Most people
yeah,
from what I seen, they was fucking with that shit heavy, bro.
facts, same man, same. And like I said, it was just like it was one of those movies that's just like you really can't keep your eyes off it. It was just like what's next after. It was something was going on or something. This led to this. It was it was a great movie. Whoever directed it, great
Yeah.
director. It was that's what a movie's all about right there. I love those type of movies.
Yeah, especially movies that take you off guard. Cause I did not expect what I saw on that screen, bro. Like I thought it was gonna be some regular superhero movie type shit. But then like when I saw it, it was more like a psychological thriller kind of thing at like on
Yeah,
some points. You know what I mean? Like I
definitely
didn't see
psycho.
that shit coming.
Yeah, because I don't know. Should we do spoilers?
Nah, matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna do spoilers. Cause I already got a review on my channel anyway and that shit. So
Yeah,
fuck it. Like if y'all don't want no
yeah.
spoilers or whatever, I'll put it in the comment, the title, whatever. Like it is what it is.
Like
But yeah, man.
one part that people was like, I don't know, made people look at the Joker funny or feel funny about the Joker is when he killed Buddy on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
yo,
that shit fucking bro, that shit took me off guard, bro.
he did.
I knew he was gonna kill him, but just the way that it happened was just like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like they
At the
showed the
same
whole
time, I
thing.
feel you. Yeah, I feel you, but it's like I'm not even surprised at the same time because like it's the Joker. He's like
Yeah, he
before
don't give a
this movie,
fuck.
like he was known for doing crazy shit like that in the beginning. It
Yeah,
was like it wasn't really surprising, but it was like it was like I want to say surprising. It was like it was kind of mind blowing the way he did, like you said. Nobody was
yeah,
expecting that like on national like TV that live like that. Like
yeah. Because
right.
before that, he was a soft ass dude. Like he wasn't really like he wasn't the Joker yet. You know what I mean? Like you got a little bit of
Yeah.
indication he was turning into that character, but he
Mm,
hadn't like fully transitioned. But that
yeah.
was like that moment. That was the moment that made you go. Even though he killed like his moms or whatever, you were still kind of like, I don't know. Like she
Nah,
kind of did do him
it
dirt.
wasn't even his mom's though. It wasn't
That's
even
the
his
crazy
mom.
thing. It wasn't even his mom's. It was like when he killed the dude. Like you really knew at that point, this nigga he didn't care about nothing. You know what I mean? Like because
Yeah.
he's doing this on live TV. He's not doing this behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
Uh, that's how
That's
you
why that
know at
shit was
that
crazy.
point. He had nothing else to lose. He even said it himself. He had nothing else to
Yeah.
lose. Yeah.
Yup.
And another thing was like that let stuff like this really be happening to people in real life. Like
Yeah.
but at
Mental
the
health
same
is like
time,
very important, and it's something that like as a society we don't really like. We try to stay away from, even though like we should address it. You know what I mean?
people, especially with, like mental health issues and stuff like that, should definitely be addressed. But at the same time, one thing about this movie that I don't think I really haven't heard anybody talk about is like
Yeah.
there's two perspectives in this. I don't know if y'all noticed, but when they saw Bruce Wayne, he was a little kid,
Yeah.
Of course, Batman. Look at those two. Okay, think about it. Yeah, Joker grew up in a messed up how life was just hitting him very hard. But
Yeah.
Batman, he experienced some type of trauma too. He got his parents killed right in front of him.
Talking about Bruce?
Yeah, his parents
Yeah,
killed.
that's the thing though.
But look,
Bruce and Joker are supposed to be like very similar people, but just like on different sides of a coin. You feel me?
yeah. So look about it. Joker, he took his perspective and used it for like violence and evilness. Bruce Wayne, as the Batman, ended up being Batman later on.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up, using it for something positive and trying to save the world. Well, not save the world, but being a good superhero. You feel me? So that lets you know just like you really have a choice on how what can you do when life hits you that hard? You feel me? Either you gonna use it for good or bad.
Yeah,
You
it's
feel
like
me?
basically like you have cards dealt to you by life, so it's like,
Yeah,
yo,
you have
what you gonna do?
choices.
Yeah, everybody has choices, my nigga. You know what I mean? And some people choose, to just take their trauma and then like take it to the rest of the world, make everybody feel it. And then other people use that trauma for good, you know what I mean? To make somebody else not have to face that same type of trauma. Which is
Yeah,
like basically Batman and Joker. Like Joker takes his trauma and like projects it to the world and just doesn't give a fuck. And then Batman is kind of just like, you know what? I'm a fight crime, you know what I mean? So nobody could feel what I felt that night, type of thing.
yeah,
And
true.
that reflects onto real life. You feel me? Like we all
Yeah.
have a little bit of Joker and Batman in ourselves. You know what I mean?
Hey, what you think? Like, I noticed this too when when Joker, he was spitting so fast on how he was being treated. Those people like clapping and cheering him on in the movie theater. Do you
Yeah.
think? I was thinking, yo, do you think those people in there could be like some type of crazy serial killers too, yo?
Nah, because that's the thing about this version of the Joker, in that like he's not like this crazy, just psychopathic nigga who just does things for no reason. Like his motives make sense. You feel me? Like the end
True,
result is crazy
true,
as
true,
hell,
true.
but
But
the
that,
reason
yeah,
why
yeah,
he
yeah.
like
Like,
gets to a certain type of way makes sense. Like they was treating him like ass. They was kicking him around, firing him, doing all types of shit, taking advantage of him. It's like
mm,
that could drive anybody crazy. You feel me?
yeah,
Mind you, we're not all shooting niggas in the face because of it, but like it's definitely understandable how he got there. And also, you got to remember, like he has a mental issue. You feel me? He has like this
yeah,
really crazy mental issue, and he's been like basically traumatized since childhood. You feel me?
right. Yeah, he
And
only did went back on the people who did, like make fun of him
yeah,
or feel bad because I remember that midget. He let that midget go. I thought he was gonna
yeah,
murk that dude, yo.
yo, bro, shit. I thought he was gonna clap him, bro. I was waiting for that. I'm like, yeah, he gonna kill this nigga, man. And he
I
just
thought he was
like, all right,
that's the way
nigga,
be like,
open
nah, come here, and then do some Grammy.
kick that nigga downstairs or something. But now that ass opens the door for him and he just lets him go. I'm like, what? That shit crazy.
Yeah, talking about yo, this dude, yo, yo, he got a good
But
heart in
that's
him
what I was
still.
saying though. Like, if it was like if it was just Joker from the comics, like, he would have killed that nigga regardless. But like,
Yeah, facts.
that was part of like the character. Like, he was still like turning into the Joker. It wasn't like a light switch. You know what I mean? It was gradual.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's
Because
what I
even
like
when he
about
was
it. Like, I
Yeah,
like
it was sort of realistic because it was like even when he was on the show, he didn't just go up on that show and shoot him in the face. He could have done that. You feel me? He
that.
was he listened to him, he talked to him, and then eventually he got to the point where he was like, all right, yo, fuck it. Like I gotta do this. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, plus that dude, buddy, was pushing him to the edge too. Like, man,
Yeah, he was doing something to that man, bro.
and
It was
that
crazy.
lets you know out there, guys, is like, yo, be careful who you mess with, man. Don't go that bullying stuff. Got to stop because you never know when somebody could be at that limit.
Yeah,
Like,
don't push people like that's a
yeah,
lesson because
for
you don't
real.
know, man. You
Especially
might say
people.
something to somebody that might be the worst. Like it might be the straw that broke the camel's back. Like you feel me? And they might just fall
Yeah,
out of.
snap. That's what a
Yeah,
lot of stuff that's going on, especially in these high schools, man. That's why, like, that stuff like that is what leads to it. I've little personally seen it myself. Growing up,
yeah,
as they go through stuff at home, and they got to come to school and deal with it even worse.
yeah. Because
'Cause,
niggas is messing with them because they see like you to yourself, you doing your own thing, and they want to be like, yo, what's good with this dude? Let me go mess with him. Let me see what's going on with that man. You know what I mean?
all right,
I hear that. But
Like just
yeah,
like
man. Overall though, yeah,
push him to the limit. You push him to that
yeah,
limit, yo.
yeah. But overall though, man, like that movie. What would you give that movie out of 10? I think I reviewed it on my channel. And I think I gave it like a 9.5. What would you give it?
I was just about to say a 9.5.
Yeah, because like, bro, like I really didn't know what to expect, like from beginning to end, bro. Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, yo. I was expecting I was literally expecting superheroes in it, but they did say in the beginning no superheroes in it. So I was just like, dang. So I was like,
But they said
okay.
that.
Yeah, they said it was like no superheroes in it. Like,
Oh
but
shit.
you wouldn't be able to like you had to like look at the poster and like really, because they put in like in small words in the bottom and so no superheroes. Cause it was
Mm-hmm.
rated R. It was like ain't nothing going good about to come out of this. So I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see.
And yo, when I was on Twitter looking up, what people had to say about this movie, one of the
Mhm.
things that people had a problem with was that like this Joker didn't it just seemed like a regular nigga, you know what I mean? Like just a regular dude. But like
Yeah,
I personally don't have a problem with that. You feel me?
I mean, if you think about it, that's how majority of the superheroes became who they were. They were a
Yeah.
regular person at first.
Yeah. Also, I think like Joker, like this version scares people, you feel me? Because
It does. I ain't
you
gonna
don't
lie, it
want
freaks me out. When
you
I
don't you
really
don't
see
want to
that,
believe. Yeah.
I swear when I the character who
Mhm.
who played him, like when he was going out in interviews, people was feeling like uneasy with him and stuff like that. Like he played that so well.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
because like this is a character like could very well exist in real life. We got niggas like Ted Bundy and all them serial killers. Somebody
Right.
like Joker could exist in real life, bro,
Yeah.
somewhere out there, just
You
waiting
know,
for one nigga to just say the wrong thing to him. You know what I mean?
yeah. You know, one thing I think too, the character who played him, because me, I'm an actor myself.
Mm.
You know, I've been doing this for about 10 years, almost. And one thing I noticed is like, bro, majority of the characters that are able to play, well, no, majority of the people that are able to play their characters very well is that they have like a
Yeah,
similar story to that. I
yeah,
promise, I guarantee you, like I'm not kidding. Like they have a similar story. That's how they're able to play it so well. So it's like I feel like in his life, Joaquin Phoenix in his life, like had something similar to what he went through in that movie in real life, yo. And
I could see that.
it was just like, yo, that's crazy, yo.
I could definitely see that, man. Cause it's just like I don't know how to explain it. Like with comedians, you know what I mean? Like they
Mm-hmm.
experience things or whatever, and like they experience trauma in their lives, and then the only reason the reason why they're able to be so good with comedy is because they could understand some of the shit that they talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then able to make a joke.
Or yeah, or you take like your own pain and you turn that into something that makes you laugh. You know what I mean? You want to make other people laugh and shit. You know, kind of like a Batman situation. You feel me?
Yeah. Definitely. Like I said, you got choices. People use it for evil or good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
crazy,
crazy.
man. It really is, yo. But
Yeah,
now
man.
DC, they did well with that one, man. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
want to
they
see.
also Aquaman was pretty good too. I don't know if you saw Aquaman, but that movie was heat too.
Did it? I gotta see that
Um,
one. I thought about.
you gotta see that shit. And Wonder Woman was pretty high. I fucked with that one.
Oh, where?
Uh, Wonder Woman, you didn't see that?
Nah. Like I said,
Uh,
when DC come out with movies, like I don't know, maybe I'd be under a rock or something. It was just they be like not as as popular here. Like for example, when the Avengers, Marvel, and
Everybody knows about that shit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was like. This was like
Nah,
their
here's
one of the first their
yeah.
movies that were like really had a they got a hit out this. Like okay, now
That's the
everybody's
thing
starting.
though. Like DC movies are popular. Like I don't know how the fuck you can hear about these releases, but like they are popular. But they're definitely not like Marvel type of movies. Like when Marvel movies come out, you see that shit at McDonald's. You see that shit on TV. You see that shit
Yeah,
in toilet paper, my nigga. You see that shit everywhere, bro. Like,
it's
you
probably
can't even
because
take a shit without seeing that.
I feel you. It's like it's probably the characters too. Because I know the
Yeah,
only big DC character I know really is like Batman. That be
and
coming out.
Superman.
And Joker. Yeah, Superman too. That's actually one of my favorite superheroes. Before
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Superman and Joker.
Now, one thing about Superman that I don't like is that like almost everything he's in, like he's like unbeatable. You feel me? Like you know
Oh
that
yeah,
nigga's not no matter what.
yeah. Facts,
And I,
facts.
I don't I don't like a character like that. Like with Batman, like he's like human. You know that nigga could die if he does the wrong shit.
Yeah,
With Superman, it's like if there's no kryptonite involved, he's just gonna power through everybody.
fact.
Like ain't
And
nobody stopping that nigga.
for real, facts, facts.
That shit
Yeah,
crazy.
I want to see what else they got up their sleeves, yo.
Yeah.
These,
And also the reason why Marvel's so popular is because like DC movies aren't like as kid friendly. You know what I mean? Like when you see
true.
DC movies, they're usually like for teenagers or like for adults. Like and then Marvel is like for like some kid friendly shit.
Yeah, for
You know?
example, Joker is not a kid friendly movie at all.
Yeah, you're not about to take your 8-year-old to go see Joker. You feel me? I mean,
No,
I know people definitely doing that, but like that's definitely not like recommended or whatever.
I wouldn't do that at all, man. That stuff, nah, they're not kid friendly about it.
Yeah, man.
And
But like, you
everybody's.
definitely take a kid to go see like Spider Man and some shit like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
All right. So you want to move on to this next topic, or you got something to say about this Joker?
What else about this Joker?
You want to see a sequel for that shit?
Sequel?
Yeah, the Joker 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to see what, like, yeah, that, like I said, I want to see what else they got up their sleeves with it. I hope they do come out with a second one. You know, this movie really, it was like, okay, it
Mm.
showed us like what the how Joker was created this whole time, and we know what it led to. Like, if it wasn't for Joker, there would have been no Batman. Obviously, you feel me?
No, oh yo, that's the thing about that. We don't. I don't think like that's because at the end we see that he's in a mental institution or whatever. And he was kind of just like, going over whatever had happened. I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe that like what we saw in the movie is actually what happened. You know what I mean?
Oh, you for real? Why you say that?
Because of that, because we know that Joker and we know that Joker and Batman are at least roughly the same age or around the same age. But
Mm-hmm.
in the movie, Joker's like fucking 50 something, and then
Oh
Batman's
yeah,
like a
yeah,
kid.
they did. Yeah, they did messed up. I don't know why would they do that or how they missed that, because it's like, yo, yeah,
Here's the
Joker.
thing though, I think it was on purpose. I think the whole point of the movie was to show that like it's from the eyes of the Joker. You feel me? You ever seen like a show or a cartoon or whatever where the character would be talking about something that happened in their childhood or whatever when they was a teenager, but like the teenage version of them in that flashback would be how they look in present day. You feel me?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I feel you. I
Or
feel you.
another theory is that like it didn't happen how like we see it in the movie. You feel me? Like the movie is just like one big like Joker flashback type of shit. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I think
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay. I feel you. I feel you.
Yep. Because if that was like accurate to like the actual like real life, like Joker storyline and Batman storyline, like the Joker would have to be like 70 years old by the time Batman's an adult. Right.
Facts. You a bit dumb.
And like that doesn't make sense. So it's like I believe that that's part of like the narrative. You know what I mean?
And the
They're
fact,
leaving it up to the audience to find out like what's real and what's not.
facts, and yo, I never knew this whole time Joker had like that type of mental health issues. Like he would see things that aren't there. Like remember, he used to think like he was kissing that girl or being with that girl, but the whole time he wasn't doing anything with her.
Yeah,
That blew me away too. I was just like, yo, that's crazy.
yeah, that had me tripping. I was like, wait, like what's going on right now?
Facts, like I didn't really peep that until like when they was talking about it. I don't know if it was in the movie or the end, or like when remember like there was at the hospital with his mom and then she was
Yeah,
with him, and next thing she was gone. Like everybody would have
yeah.
thought maybe she got up and left already and dead. It's too late. She got a kid out the house,
Mm-hmm.
but she wasn't there that whole time. So I'm like, yo, this man's really like,
It's crazy.
yeah, and that's dangerous.
That is dangerous. Somebody like that, bro. Because you don't know what they would do to you. You don't know nothing.
Facts, yeah. That's why you gotta treat people right, man. Just try to keep your
Yeah,
distance.
you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
All right. Yeah, we good. I ain't got nothing else after that. We can jump into the next topic if you want.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right. So this next topic is the one we warned y'all about at the beginning. Like, don't take none of this personally. If you was watching this and you liked us or we was together or whatever, it's not personal, man.
Yeah, and
It's just
also,
something.
if you miss some, if we miss on, drop comments or what y'all think too, or y'all theories or what y'all opinions about it in the comments. I'll be reading the comments, so I
Yeah.
definitely want to see what y'all got to say, so we can say it in our next video or different topics or whatever y'all want us to talk about too.
All
Definitely
right.
talk.
Let's get it. So like, what part of we're gonna speak about relationships? What part of a relationship do you think we should touch on first, bro?
Mm,
Let's talk
all right,
about let's talk about honesty.
all right, yeah, definitely. Honesty, that's a big one,
Honesty
man.
and communication. I feel like, again, I'm not saying I'm the perfect guy in the world, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely been like something that I noticed has been a pretty consistent pattern in all of my relationships, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like in a relationship, you need to be able to speak to your significant other, basically without inhibition, like, you know what I mean? Just like be willing to just like tell them how you feel without having to worry about how you're going to tell them how you feel. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
judge any type of fear, or nothing like that.
Yeah. And it goes both ways, because like I
Right.
said, like I told Sam earlier, I have anger issues. I have issues to where I can say things that I don't mean or whatever the case may be because I feel like I've been wronged. You know what I mean? But then I don't understand during when I get in that mode that, like, like, just because you feel like you got done wrong doesn't always mean like that's the case. And even if it's the case, you don't always have to destroy someone's, like, emotions and self esteem for it. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
So that could definitely make somebody like not want to express themselves as thoroughly as you might want them to. You feel me? But then,
Uh,
of course, there's scenarios where people just have a hard time expressing themselves, and that could affect the
yeah,
relationship.
like I feel that too. I feel like if you that type of person, you should not be in a relationship at all. Like, or
Oh,
because that's like one of the main, one of number one key is about a relationship is communication. Because
yeah.
if there's no communication, where y'all gonna like how you gonna know how to treat the other, or how you gonna know how to set boundaries if you don't know how to communicate? Like
Mm,
nobody knows. I don't know who, or maybe somebody knows. Quote me if I'm wrong, but nobody here knows how to communicate telepathically.
mm-hmm.
So it's like speak, like especially if you're a grown adult, speak how you feel, say your truth, and if you're afraid to do that to your significant other, then you really shouldn't be with that person at all. Like, don't go, oh, because just nah. You should tell them like, hey, it's hard for me to speak to you sometimes, this and that. Tell them why, how you feel, because it's like that's just gonna lead to destruction. Just gonna lead to further more problem. Then you're not gonna be able to speak about at all if you can't get that little simple issue out the way. And like you said, honesty too. Be honest. I feel like
Yeah,
if you can't be honest with your partner, it's just like, again, why should you be with them? Because that's like
I
at the
kind of
same thing. Uh-huh.
yeah. I see where you're coming from. I don't necessarily agree that you shouldn't be in a relationship. I just
Mm-hmm.
feel like you need to be conscious of like how you feel about or how you react to certain situations. You know what I mean? Like I said, for
Mm-hmm.
myself, I'm trying to like sit here and like really think about like the things that I do, that's toxic and might affect my relationship. And I feel like everybody should do that, like just be like, all
Yeah.
right, like what do I do? What do I do wrong? What do I like? What do I not like? You know what I mean? Because the clearer you can come into a relationship with like those ideas, the better that relationship is going to work out for you, and the better the communication. You feel me?
Facts.
Because
Facts.
in all of my relationships, like I'll spend like at months at a time, like trying to just figure out like what is the issue. You know what I mean? And
Same,
like
yo.
the whole time, I'm thinking that person has a problem. I'm not really acknowledging the problem within myself as well. So it's always like got to be a two-way thing. And if it really is one-sided, and you truly feel like it is one-sided, that's when you need to understand that you need to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean? But yeah. But it usually isn't. Like usually it's somewhere like a 50-50 or 60-40, whatever. But
That's the thing,
yeah,
man. Be with somebody who's gonna give you 100% too, 100 each, or 50-50 each, however you gotta do it. Or when I
yeah,
said it's like, man, no dead weight. Like, don't carry no dead weight because at the end of the day, it's gonna hurt you. You know, because you're
uh,
human. You
yeah,
going through your own personal things, and it's already, okay, you're in a relationship, but you don't ever feel like, oh, they're going through something, so I have to carry them on top of me because they're going. No, you don't have to do that. Yeah, I understand you really love the person, you don't want to see them
mm,
go, but if that person isn't like, if they're trying, okay, that's different. They're trying, but if you
yeah,
see them that they're not, they put in no effort at all. What you trying, no interest. Don't care,
mm,
no care. You gotta learn how to let them go. It's hard, It's better, easier said,
yeah. Definitely, yo,
but
and that I got experience with that too. Like that happened in one of my not the one I just came out of more so, but more so one of my first relationships in college was with somebody who was it was long distance, and like that particular individual, like everything that we did in that relationship, I'm the one who had to make sure that it got done. I had to plan everything, I had to do everything, and go out of my way for that person. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And like that's not going to fly in most relationships. You need to set those boundaries. You need to make sure that that person is trying just as hard as you are. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
yeah,
it's a case where like one person is just like able to do more than the other because of whatever circumstances, but like it definitely shouldn't be like 90-10. You know what I mean?
yeah. Right. It was like another thing, like you said, one of the things you said, boundary. That's one thing. Yo, always set boundaries. And one thing too, another thing, if that person has an issue or thinks that you tripping because you have a boundary because of how you want to be treated, that's a red
Yeah,
flag. That's a definitely red flag. Because that person
yeah,
willing to overstep that boundary, I mean, they're gonna try to do some grime, some messed up things in the future later on to come because they don't have no respect for you. Set
mm,
boundaries. Like tell them how you like. Nah, you don't like being treated some way. Speak up. Like don't be afraid.
yeah.
Or
I
if
do
they
agree with
bash
that.
you, oh nah, you being soft or sensitive. Nah, that's mind control and gaslighting and like a narcissist move. Like don't be that type
Mm,
of person. Don't let nobody ever tell you or how you think you should be treated. If that's how you feel, if you feel
mm,
something way about something, speak up on it. Don't let nobody ever push you over, especially in a relationship, because like I said, both sides, females and guys, they tend, from my perspective, females, they'll try to do that to you to like make you feel like that because you're the masculine, you're not supposed to be all soft. Nah. Everyone got emotions and feelings too. Don't
I
let nobody
I can
be like,
feel
nah,
that.
you too sensitive, none of that.
I
Never,
can
because
feel
it's
that.
gonna hurt you for real. I don't care what
Yeah, I've
nobody.
been I've been in like fucked up emotional situations, and motherfuckers will be like, "Oh, you a man, you gotta go, you gotta suck that up." You know what I mean?
Nah,
Like you gotta move
hell
on.
no.
And it's
Fuck.
like that's toxic as hell, man. You know what I mean? Like everybody got emotions, everybody got feelings about something. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not good to
If
do
you
that
let
to
that
people.
happen, that means you let them control you.
Yeah,
That means they got control over you. And that's a dog. So if you going through that, I hope I'm speaking to someone. You going through that, if it's something you could relate to, you gotta fix that or get out of it for real.
that's a fact, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but healthy relationships from here on in type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and another thing too is like even like just before you get into a relationship, try to build like a friendship. You know, friendship is like
Yeah, I agree with
being
that. Yeah,
like
I
I I get. I'm not just saying. I'm not making this up. I get this from people who in a relationship for years. Who've like, for example, my pop, who's in heaven right now. Just him, and my mom. They've been in a relationship for a long time since when I was born.
yeah.
One of the things I saw like their foundation was friendship. They was always calling each other best friends. Like they treat each other like best friends. It's like build that
Mm-hmm.
friendship first with somebody. Like don't be too quick, to get in bed with them or get what you want because at the end of the day, you might really love that person. Like I feel like a lot of these relationship people out here could be saved. It was just, but there's no foundation. Or another thing too, pride and
Yeah.
ego. Y'all need to like people got to get rid of that pride and
Yo,
ego.
yes. Let's talk about that.
Yo,
ego and pride is it doesn't like on your first point with your
3 letter
friendship.
words could
That's true.
destroy a fucking relationship.
With your first point, yeah, that is true. Like
Hello?
the foundation. You hear me? Yo.
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Yo, the first part of the first foundation of relationship has to be communication. And I feel like the
Yeah.
best way to set that up is to be friends at first with
Yeah.
the person you want to be with. Because in my for my last relationship, like we were friends very like for a couple months, before we hopped into a relationship. But moving on to the next point is that we were friends, but we also at the same time had our own problems. You know what I mean? Going back to something I talked about before, it's like if you guys don't, put yourselves out there, like vulnerable, like to the person you want to be with, like it's not gonna work out. It don't matter
Yeah.
how good of a friend you are. You know what I mean? Like if we're in a relationship, but like, or we're friends, but I'm not telling you how I feel when I'm upset, or you're not telling me how you feel when you upset. Like it doesn't matter how good of a friend you think this person is, or how compatible y'all are. It's not gonna work out. That's something I noticed real quick. Causes resentment type of thing. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And
Yeah.
ego is the same thing. Ego is part of it. Like if you're not willing to, put your ego to the side sometimes, and like I said, I've been guilty of that, and not be willing to be like, yo, like, you know what, I'm gonna not feel a type of way about this, because I know this person didn't mean it like that. You feel me? If you're not willing
Yeah.
to do that, again, it's gonna be problems. It's always gonna be problems.
Yeah. Ego and pride is like the number one thing that's like that ruins relationship, yo.
Yeah, real
And that's
quick,
crazy
man.
because you feel that pain, look like it's crazy. People are willing to feel that pain, sit there, knowing they're gonna lose somebody just for their pride. And like that's sad and miserable. And
Hmm.
that's how you become bitter. And next, you're gonna be like one of those people preaching niggas ain't shit or bitches ain't shit because your pride and ego. Because you
Because you
think, oh
couldn't
no,
put
that.
that to the side
Uh huh.
to like because the thing is that most people like we're always told that we need to put ourselves before anything else, and that's true, you should,
Yeah.
but you still have to do it. So you got to be smart, you know what I mean? Like if you feel like you're with somebody that makes you happy and shit, sometimes just be like fuck it, like it is what it is.
Uh huh.
I feel like that's the hardest thing to do, like especially when you're young, like that's the hardest thing to do, because you just want to believe that everybody's out for themselves, and that like if you do this for this person, you're not going to do it back. But it's like you need to eventually put yourself out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Don't be afraid to put yourself like do it at your kindness of your heart. One thing's for sure of a certain is that yo, what goes around comes around. So it's like you put out that love to that person or whoever it is, any type of love or affection. Trust me, it'll come back to you. It could be in a different. It might be that not may not be by that same person who's gonna come back. Who's gonna come back to you from, but it could be someone else, and that's it. Like I said, it could be a blessing in disguise. You feel me? Or like lessons. To me, I look at lessons as a blessing because if
Mm.
you was able to see that lesson, then because I feel like before you receive a blessing, you got to learn a lesson. You know? So if you wasn't able to learn from that lesson, then you can't receive your blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it. So it's like, yo, always, lesson. Always look at what needs to be learned from a situation. That way you could, move on forward and be like, okay, you have that wisdom
Yeah,
and knowledge for the next situation that comes up. Like, cause there, one thing I know is like not everybody's meant to, go with you for life. Some people are here temporarily, some people are, for a long time with you. So gotta learn how to let go.
that's the hardest thing to do, man. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, it is. But one thing I know is just like I'll learn how to. I think it is hard, but I had to learn how to do that. It's like just growing up. One thing I just keep to my mind myself is like, okay, if I don't let go, like what can this lead to? Depression, stuff like that. Now, if that leads to depression, then I'm not able to do what I love to do. So at the end of the
Yeah,
day, it's me by myself. So I have a choice to make. I would either get myself out of this or let this person, because of this person, I'll be damned, if I miss out on an opportunity on my big break because of what another person made me feel. So that's what helps
yeah,
me let go. It's like, nah, I don't want that to happen because at the end of the day, that person could be letting go and living their life, and you sitting there still stuck on that person. You feel me?
yeah. I've been there before, man. That was like that's not a good feeling at all, bro.
Yeah, all right. Dang, I've been there too. I'm not gonna hold you. So, but what made me realize like that person was able to move on fine. So it was like I should be able to. Then you will. You just gotta
Yeah,
have that choice. You gotta have
you
that
gotta
choice.
make the thing that keeps you locked with somebody is that thought that in the back of your mind that always is gonna work out. You feel me? This shit's just
Yeah.
temporary, and it's like
Uh-huh.
the faster you're able to be like, you know what, it's not temporary. This shit is over. The quicker is you're able to move on. You feel me? But
Yeah.
that shit is way easier said than done, though. I'm not even gonna hold you.
It is. You're right. I've been there too. A couple of last weeks, like I was in my head. Thought I was like, okay, this temporary is not gonna work out, but it's just like
And it's
it's a hard
especially
pill to
worse.
swallow.
Yeah,
Hard pill to swallow, but it's just like, hey, you got to remember before you met that person, how I like
you
to
was
look
doing
at,
your
okay,
thing.
before I met that person, how was I? I remember I was happy, I was doing this, doing my thing. So you're gonna be the same or even better after you meet that person. You feel me? Especially if you did all what you had to do, had good intention, well, loyal, did what you had to do, then you should be able to move on. You trust me, you'll be good in the long run.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. It's a whole fact.
I look at
But
it, was able to move on faster from that point, and just focus on move your like distract yourself with something else. Like it's okay, you got to let your emotions out, cry it out, whatever. You like, but at the end, don't be stuck there for too long. Like do something else. Or out your
yeah, that's
passion.
not good for your mental health to be stuck on something like that for too long.
Mm-mm.
Especially if that's something ain't never gonna come back. It's just like you wasting your emotions. You know what I mean? Wasting time. Feel that.
And always keep to yourself. After that, it's just like, yo, just like you met this person, there's gonna just like this person, how you felt about this is gonna be another person too that's gonna knock you off your feet. You just have to learn how to let that go. It's not gonna come if you don't let that go. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
you're never gonna walk around here with something missing.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a place, but you're gonna be all right. There's nothing. You're gonna be good and know that something better will come along.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Definitely, man. But that's all I got for this section, man. You good? You got anything else to say?
Nah, that's all right. That's good. I'm good
That
on
shit kind
this
of took
stuff.
the wind out of me and shit, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Man, that shit crazy. All right, man. So yeah, we're gonna see y'all later. This is the end of this podcast. Gonna try to post these at least a couple times a week, maybe just once or twice, depending on what's going on that week.
Facts, and subscribe to my channel, Durag Sam 347. I also have a YouTube channel and TikTok, Durag Sam. I make hilarious content videos. Um, yeah, 100% LA. You're gonna definitely get a laugh at it. More coming soon. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. All right, man. So